Should you buy or lease a vehicle? Well, let's talk about that from a tax perspective so you can make sure you get all your business tax deductions. But before we jump in, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this wealth building information. Now, let's get after it. Let's talk about the upfront cost of buying a vehicle. If you purchase a vehicle, you might be able to get in that vehicle for a zero down payment, or you may have to put a payment down. If you lease a vehicle, they typically require you to put the upfront lease payment, first month's payment, and last month's payment upfront on a lease. So weighing out the out-of-pocket expense may be important to you as you're looking at your cash that you have available for that particular vehicle. If you are looking to purchase a vehicle or have been through the car buying process, you may have noticed that the monthly payments on a purchase of a vehicle are a lot higher than the monthly payments on the leasing of a vehicle. The reason why that is when you are purchasing a vehicle, you're paying for all the cost of the car for the entire period of the purchase, whether you're financing it 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, whatever it is. But when you are leasing a vehicle, you're really only making the payments for that portion of the time that you're gonna lease a vehicle. From a leasing perspective, it's typically gonna be cheaper for you to operate that car from a monthly payment perspective when you are leasing the vehicle. For most people, when you are purchasing a vehicle is really a liability. Why is that? Because you're not making any income off of that vehicle. It's costing you money. Except for tax purposes, you can utilize depreciation. And this is where you can actually win when you have a vehicle on your taxes for business. You can depreciate the cost of operating that vehicle only when you're in a purchase. When you're in a lease, you don't get to write off depreciation. So that is another difference between purchasing and leasing a vehicle. And depreciation can be a big write-off, so you might really want to look into that and figure out the amount of your depreciation. Some other things to consider when you are purchasing or leasing a vehicle is ownership costs. When you purchase a vehicle, you are responsible for keeping that car up. All the repairs, paying for the insurance, everything that's possible on that vehicle. When you lease a vehicle, sometimes there may be lease maintenance in your contract. Me personally, I actually enjoy leasing vehicles because I don't want to be worried about a car breaking down after I paid it off. It seems like whenever I purchase a car, as soon as I paid it off, the car breaks down when it's no longer under the warranty. When I'm on a lease, I know that I can turn that car in, give it back, and get another vehicle. So here's the thing, my friends. Now you understand what it looks like to buy versus leasing a vehicle. We're talking about upfront costs. We're talking about the amount of the monthly payments. We're talking about the liability associated with the car. And we're talking about the repairs and maintenance that you are going to have on a car. From a business perspective, you're gonna get depreciation. If you buy the car, you won't get that on you leasing the car. But leasing will cost you a smaller amount in the beginning. So really think about it. And while you're thinking about it, I also need you to think about liking, commenting, and subscribing to this video because you cannot afford to miss out on any of this wealth building information. Now get after it.